Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to everyone present on that side. I again welcome each and everyone on you of Life Physics VK channel. So here we are again present here to continue our class 11 topic unit and measurement. So in the previous lecture we have discussed about the applications of the dimension analysis, means why we study about the dimension concept and what are the applications, and those applications that we discussed were: number one, to check the correctness of the dimension, to check the correctness of any formula on the basis of dimension concept. Number two, by using the dimension concept we can find out or we can deduce the relation among the various physical quantities. And the third application that we discussed about that in the previous lecture, which were to convert the any physical quantity from one system to another system. So here we have deal about the dimension concept. Now we are going to again discuss the concept of the measurement, but before going to on the measurement concept, I want to add on this small topic, and that small topic is limitations of dimension analysis. So we studied the dimension analysis, but this method have its own limitations, and most of the limitations you have came across those limitation or the foundation. Just we are going to enhance all those limitations. So the first limitation of dealing with the dimension is that in the second application we discussed that by using the dimension analysis we can find or we can have the interrelation between all the physical quantity. So this was our second application. But at the end of the second application you found that the formula or the relation that we derived, that formula contained a k constant. But what would be the value of that constant if it is that constant? Whether that constant has some dimension or not, we always take that constant as a dimensionless. So what is that constant value of that? So dimension analysis could not help us about to give the information about that constant value. So the first limitation is this method doesn't give information about what? Dimensional constant. So it cannot give you, or it is unable to give you the value or the information about what is that constant. So it is unable to that. The second point, that dimension analysis has the limitation. In future, when we are going to deal with various formulas or various relation among the various physical quantity, we came to know that there are various formulas in which some of the trigonometry functions has also been included. And there is one famous formula, if I use or that on this formula we will work, and that formula is H is equal to 2s cos theta by r rho g. This is the formula that we are going to use in a further process. हम लोग इसे future में जाके work करेंगे. And if I define you in a quick manner, this H represents the height of the liquid level rise in a tube. So the height of level rise in the tube is always equal to 2 times of surface tension. R stands for the radius of the tube, rho stands for the density of the liquid, small g stands for the acceleration due to gravity. But here we have the cos theta. Theta stands for angle of contact. I know particularly this time आपको clear नहीं है what are the meaning of all those terms, but there is a trigonometry function. And if there is a trigonometry function we are unable to obtain that relation, because in the dimension formula we cannot obtain the trigonometry function, because all the trigonometry function, whether it is sine function, whether it is cosine, or whether it is tangent function, all the trigonometry functions are dimensionless. And if all the trigonometry functions are dimensionless, so at the end we can't do a relation by using the dimension concept. So what is the second limitation that we have? That this method can't include any trigonometry function There are various functions like log function, means logarithm, trigonometry. There is one more, exponent, and many more. Okay, so there are various mathematical functions that we are going to study in the class 11 physics itself. So this is your first unit. Means you can say the first chapter was physical world and the second chapter is unit and measurement. But if I give you a secret behind or the process, there is one more small chapter. We call that chapter as a zero chapter. That zero chapter named as a mathematical tools. In that zero chapter we are going to study about some of the mathematical formulas that are going to be very helpful in the physics concept, like trigonometry, like binomial theorem, like logarithm, like your differentiation, like integration. So these are the basic mathematical tools that has been required by the physics. उसका ज़रूरत हमें है. But I decided that we are going to discuss just after the completion of this chapter, because those tools are going to be useful or the part in the next chapter. So that's why I am holding about that. But if we talk about any real existing formula and if it contains any trigonometry function, any log function or the exponent function, so this dimension analysis is unable to do that. And the third and the most important application is that dimension analysis can only deduce relation among any physical quantity depend upon maximum 3 physical quantities. Please try to understand that. So in the second application where we talk about the deducing the relation among the various physical quantities. So in the second application we have one particular physical quantity that depend upon the various other physical quantity. So this concept can only help you to deduce one physical quantity which is depending upon the other only 3 physical quantities. So it only help you to deduce dependence of any physical quantity on the 3 physical quantity, not more than 3. If I say any F, let's suppose the force is the physical quantity. It depend upon mass, it depend upon velocity, it depend upon radius, and let's suppose if I say it depend upon density. Imagine that. So I am saying that force depend upon 4 physical quantity. So if it is so with the help of dimension analysis, I can't do that. Why? Because if it depend upon more than 3 physical quantities, so if it depend upon more than 3 physical quantity, it would be 4 exponent, means you would have 4 different unknown power A, B, C, D. So there would be A, B, C, D. And in the general mathematical expression that we talk about up to now, अब तक हम लोगों ने जितने भी किए हैं, all the physical quantities that we are dealing, they are mostly depending upon the three fundamental factors. Those are mass, length and the time. So it means you can have only the value of A, B and C. आपके पास केवल तीन ही फंडामेंटल हैं जिनको आप कंपेयर करेंगे. And when you compare your left hand side dimension with the right hand side, I am talking about the second application, then you can have only three relations, or you can say we can have only the three equations by comparing either M, L and T, because most of are depending upon mass, length and time. अब तक जितना भी किया आप लोगों ने numericals, all the numericals में केवल इन्हीं तीनों का बात होता है. And if we are depending upon only three physical quantities, those fundamental quantities, so we can have only three equations. But here we are saying that it depends upon four factors. So we are going to get the three equations, but these three equations will contain four variables. So means to solve the four variables, we have just only three equations, and by this technique or by this happening that we have four variables and we have only three equations, this can't be possible. Means four variable, three equation, उतना इंसाफी है, नहीं हो सकता ये. You can't solve that. So to solve the four variable, we require four equation, and for the four equation we must have the four fundamental quantities जिनकी dimensions को हम compare करें, either M, L, T, and along with that मुझे एक चाहिए, but वो अब तक हमें mostly देखने को नहीं मिल रहा है. So that is the third application, third limitation of the dimension analysis. So this is the thing that I want to discuss lastly about the dimension concept. So we have studied the application, so we know the advantage, but we should know the limitation. So please, first of all, note it down this up to here. Okay everyone, so since we have discussed about the limitations of the dimension analysis, so now as I told you, we are again going to talk about something very much which is closely related to the word measurement. So from the starting of this chapter, we are talking about the units and measurement. And what is the importance of the measurement? I think you all know that if we want to study any physical process, if we want to study any physical phenomena which is happening in our surrounding, so we have to study various physical quantities. अगर आपको किसी भी phenomena को पढ़ना है, you require to know about the various physical quantities. And if you want to know about those physical quantities, you should have the numerical values of those physical quantities. And to contain or to obtain those numerical values of those physical quantity, we have to perform a process, and that process is called as measurement. Means in simple language, if I want to say कि अगर हमें किसी फिनोमिना को पढ़ना है तो हमें बहुत सारी फिजिकल क्वांटिटी को पढ़ना पड़ेगा. अगर हमें उन फिजिकल क्वांटिटी को जानना है, सो वी शुड नो दोस न्यूमेरिकल वैल्यू कि उनका न्यूमेरिकल वैल्यू कितना है, 1 2 3 4. एंड इफ यू वांट टू कैलकुलेट दोस न्यूमेरिकल वैल्यूज, डेफिनेटली वी हैव टू परफॉर्म द मेजरमेंट. अब हमें मेजरमेंट में जाना पड़ेगा. And if we want to do the measurement process, so at the starting we deal about the definition of the measurement. That measurement, it is the process of the technique of getting that numerical value either by comparing with the standard or either by using any relevant formula. So या तो हम उस चीज को numerical value जो भी हम चीज को निकालना चाहते हैं, if I want to study marker again, if I want to study about this marker, I require the length of the marker. And if I want to know the length of the marker, I require the measurement or the numerical value of the length. और अगर मुझे इसका numerical value चाहिए, so I have to do one process, and that process is measurement. So I have to do the measurement of the length, and to do the measurement of the length, I have a standard. That standard is called as a scale. But if I want to know the volume, so to calculate the volume of this cylindrical marker, so first of all I will do the measurement of length, then I will do the measurement of the radius by using any standard, and then I will perform a formula for the volume, which is pi r square h. So then by this manner we can have the measurement of this marker. But now the point is that when we are going to do the measurement by using any standard or by using any relevant formula, so that measurement should be always be related to this word. And I think you are also familiar with this word, and that word is accuracy. So, accuracy word gives you a information. So, there are two types of the value, or you can say there are the two types of the measurement that we always do. Number one, measurement. If I want to classify the measurement, or you can say the value that I am going to calculate, it is being classified into two categories. Number one is called as true value, or you can also call standard value. Second is your observed value, or you can also call this as a measured value. Clear? So values has been classified into two categories. Number one, which is the standard value. So if this is the marker, so there has been a standard which has been set by the company. So company has made a standard, and he has made a standard that all the markers should be of 14 centimeter. Let's take an example. So our company or any relevant brand has made a standard that the length of the marker should be 14 centimeter. Or when you study or when you deal about any of the device that is present in your site, अगर आप किसी भी device को अपने surrounding में देखें, for an example, if you want to take the example of the fan, so whenever you purchase a fan or whenever the fan जब भी आपके मार्केट से आपके घर में आता है, so look at the box of the fan जिसमें वो कवर अप था, and on that box there is a column, वहां पे कॉर्नर पे कॉलम होगा where all the specification about that fan has been mentioned. That what is the color of the fan, definitely what is the length of the blades of the fan, so what are the blades of the fan, उनका length क्या है, what is the RPM of the motor of the fan, how much voltage it will consume, what is the power, how much current it is going to consume, means all the physical parameters जो उस फैन के बारे में हमें चीजें समझा सकते हैं, वो सारे physical parameters वहां पे mention होते हैं, about the length, about the weight. And when you go about, this is the example of fan. If you want to take any standard example, अगर आप किसी भी product को उठाते हैं जो आपके लिए standard है, if you want to study about a vehicle, if you Google search any vehicle, अगर आप उस vehicle के बारे में कुछ भी search करते हैं, any particular vehicle ही ले लीजिए, and when you search down, you get all the specification. What is the mass of that vehicle, what is the height of that vehicle, what is the length, width, what is the ground clearance कितना है, कितने RPM पे चलता है, कितना इंजन का पावर है, everything has been mentioned. So now the point is that the thing that has been mentioned, जो चीजें वहां पे mention की गई, that length is that much centimeter. For an example, for the marker, the length is 14 centimeter. It has been written. ये यहाँ पे let's suppose written है. So this written value or this written length value of that marker would be called as a standard value. That means company or the brand is saying the length is 14 centimeter. Now what I want to do, I want to measure it. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take a scale and I'm going to compare with that scale. Means I'm going to compare with that standard जो हमें बना के दिया गया है. And when I compare that, I got a value. So according to my measurement, that value is 13.8. Okay, done. So this is being done by me. So let's suppose this is being done by me. So I am writing my name. So me means Vinay has done the measurement, and my measurement is 13.8 centimeter. But what was the brand is saying? Its measurement should be 14. Done. Let's suppose one more student who tried to do that. Okay. So out of you, आप में से किसी एक का नाम ले लेते हैं. Okay. So I know about this student Hardik. Okay. So Hardik Pandey ji, he performed that experiment again. Means he compared that length of the marker with the scale, and he gave me a value, and Hardik gave me the value 13.9 centimeter. Done. There is one more student के बारे में बात और कर लेते हैं. Let's talk about the Vishu Sharma ji. So Vishu also performed the experiment and Vishu gave us the value of 13.95 centimeter. So now the point is that, and try to understand what is that I want to give you, that according to the measurement of the standard, or means the true value of that device or the true value of the length of the marker should be 14 centimeter. But we perform the experiment, we measure the value, or you can say we observe the value, and the three candidates which observed the value, means my observation was 13.8 centimeter, Hardik observation was 13.9 centimeter, and Vishu observation was 13.95 centimeter. So for this standard there are the three different observations जो practically किया गया. Now just let me know, out of these three, means out of among three of us, Vinay, Hardik and Vishu, so which one of the candidate is more accurate? Just simple question. इन तीनों में से सबसे ज़्यादा accurate कौन सा है? And I think आप सबका आंसर है only one. That's the reading of the Vishu is the more accurate. Now the same thing is that सबका आंसर यही होने वाला है 13.95. अगर किसी का डिफरेंट है, he or she can write on the comment. प्लीज वो लिख के बता सकते हैं कि सर नहीं, मुझे लगता है कि आपका या हार्दिक का ज्यादा एक्यूरेट है. बट आई एम आस्किंग, Vishu is the more accurate among the all three of the readings because the standard is 14. So why you chosen the Vishu as a more accurate? आपने उसे क्यों चूज किया? And your answer would be the thing, and your the thinking process of selecting the Vishu would be the simple जो मैं सोच रहा हूँ. That's why we have chosen the Vishu because the measured value of the Vishu is very close to standard value of that physical quantity. So what is accuracy? So accuracy, it is the closeness of observed value to the true value of any physical quantity, of any physical quantity. I hope this thing is being cleared by now. ये चीज क्लियर होगा आपको. Definition is small but you have to understand the concept. What is accuracy? More be the closeness, means आपका observed value और आपका true value जितना आपस में close होगा, the accuracy would be more. It does not mean that should be always less than. If there is a one more student, एक और student के बारे में बात करते हैं. Let's suppose if I talk about the Preeti. So one of the students from your class itself. If I talk about the Preeti and Preeti say, no sir, the value is 14 point. The value is 14.005. So according to that, Preeti, the value is of that marker is 14.005. Let's suppose Preeti observed this by using any particular device. So now the more accurate or more closeness is that much. Now 13.95 is not that much close as comparison to 14.005. Now you will say, sir, the reading taken by the Preeti is more accurate as comparison to the rest of the three. So the point is that it should be close to the true value. Close होना चाहिए उसके. Does not mean कि उससे कम ही हो या ज़्यादा हो. जो जितना ज़्यादा true value या standard के जितना close होगा, that would be more accurate. Or if your observed value is 100% matching with the true value, then you will say, sir, it is 100% accurate. So that is the thing जो हम लोग हमेशा से use करते आए हैं, but we have to just only define that. So I hope the definition of accuracy is being clear. So I am just rubbing the example now. So according to our example, that was the process. But if I go in with that example again, that our standard value was 14 centimeter, the reading of Preeti was 14.005 centimeter, my reading was, I am writing just only alphabet, was 13.8 centimeter, Hardik reading was 13.9 centimeter, and Vishu reading was 13.95 centimeter. So we have identified that among all the four candidates or among all the four measured value, which one is more accurate? तो ये तो आपने बता दिया. But all those four measured value is not exactly same as a true value. So आपका true यानी standard इतना होना चाहिए था, but आप measured कर रहे हैं और आपका measured कुछ और आ रहा है. So what you are doing in the measurement? So definitely my observed value is different from my true value, and that difference between them, if it is 13.9, according to Hardik its reading is 13.9 and standard should be 14. So there has been the difference in both the values, and that difference is called as error in the measurement. So we have the next term that we are going to study is error. So what is the error? That it is the difference between true value and measured value. So the difference between the true value and the measured value is called as error. And how we can calculate the error? So just simple, how you can obtain what is the error in the reading. So the error can be calculated by the true value minus observed value. Clear? So what is the formula for the error? That it is the difference between the true value and measured value, or you can say the observed value. But it does not mean, as I have given you the example, that sometimes that measured value can be greater than the true value and sometimes it is less. But error represents in Hindi गलती, कि आपने mistake कितना किया उसको measure करने में. So it does not show that if the Hardik has a value 13.9, so its error is 0.1, and in Preeti the error is 0.995 something. So now the point is that it was 0.1, इनके पास 0.1 है और इनके पास 0.005 है, something very much. So now the point is that its measured value is greater. So if I got 14 minus this much, so you will say that sir, the error is coming negative, and here the error is coming positive. So now the point is that if your error is whether positive or whether negative, if I say in a simple, गलती तो प्रीति ने भी किया है और mistake has been also been done by the Hardik, me as well as Vishu, means all the measurement value में mistake हुआ है. So error is always been error, means error shows how much you have done the mistake, in which direction आपने ज़्यादा नाप लिया, you measured more or you measured less, that is the different thing. So that's why we always use a sign of mod. So you know what is the purpose of using the mod? That the answer would be always in positive, means there would be only the magnitude vector. So here we have two small definitions that we discuss, and these two small definitions are accuracy and error, and you should know about the values that being classified into two categories. So first of all, please note it down everything in a quick manner. Okay, done? Now, since we discuss about the error, so there are various types of error, means there are various techniques by which the error can be done, and we classify the errors, or you can say our next topic is classification of errors. So here we are going to classify the errors. So errors being classified, please you can check this out. So here I am making first of all the tree diagrams. So error is being classified into three categories. Number one error is, please I am writing first of all the value, constant error. The second one is your systematic error, and the last one is our random error. Okay, so as their name signifies, okay, just after this tree diagram I am going to write all the definition of all the types of error, but first of all try to understand constant error. So let's talk about first definition is constant error. So as its name, constant error means when you do the measurement or when you do the observation first time. So when you do the first time, your true value was 14 and you measured was 13.5. So true value was 14 for an example and you measured 13.5. So what is the error? This is 0.5. You again go there, आपने दोबारा गए and you measured again. And the next time when you measured, you again found the error as a 0.5. Third time you again found the error 0.5, fourth, fifth and so on. Means how many times और जब भी आप लोग हमेशा उसको मेजर करने जा रहे हैं, so whenever you are going to measure that value, you always finding that the difference between the true value and observed value is constant. Means every time, means every single of observation gives you the same constant error, and that error is called as constant error. So what is a constant error? Means in every observation, the error is constant. That error is called as constant error. Mean जितनी बार भी आप लोग उसकी observation लेके गए and you found that it is always been a same value. That's why it is called as constant error. Next is our systematic error. So systematic error, first of all I am writing the definition. The error in the observation which rising in one particular direction, either positive or negative. Means it is that type of error in which your observation value and the true values are different. Definitely there is error, but in the first observation, let's suppose your error is 0.5, but when you do the second observation, you found that the error is 0.6, means your observation raised by 0.1. In the third observation, you found that the difference between true and observed value, means your error is 0.7, next time is 0.8, 0.9, and it is increasing in this manner. So you are seeing that in this case, the error is not constant. Error is increasing, means error is increasing in direction. That direction either be positive भी हो सकता है or that direction can be negative. So that type of error is called as systematic error. But this systematic error is being further classified into various categories, like number one is your instrumental error. Okay, so the error which causes or which arises due to the faulty instrument. So whichever be the instrument that you are using to measure the value, वो इंस्ट्रूमेंट जिसको नापने या जिसको आप यूज कर रहे हैं टू कैलकुलेट द मेजर्ड वैल्यू और टू कैलकुलेट द वैल्यू ऑफ दैट फिजिकल क्वांटिटी जिससे आप मेजर कर रहे हैं, तो चांसेस हैं क्या पता वही इंस्ट्रूमेंट ही फॉल्टी हो, मींस दैट इंस्ट्रूमेंट इज नॉट एज पर द प्रॉपर स्टैंडर्ड, आपका इंस्ट्रूमेंट ही नॉट प्रॉपर हो, एंड ड्यू टू दैट whichever or whatever be the error which arises, that error is called as instrumental. Number two is your technique error. Okay, so the first was instrumental. अगर आपका instrument ही wrong है, that error is called instrumental. Second time, whichever be the technique that you are using to measure that value, means कौन सा टेक्निक आप यूज कर रहे हैं, मीन्स कौन से प्रोसेस से आप उस चीज की रीडिंग निकालने जा रहे हैं, दैट टेक्निक, इफ दैट टेक्निक इज रॉन्ग, the final output is always been a different value. Means I want to say that if your process or if your method of processing anything is being different as comparison to standard method, then your result would be different. मीन्स आपका किसी भी काम करने का जो तरीका है, जो स्टेप बाय स्टेप है, इफ यू डू ऑल दी स्टेप्स, आप वही स्टेप करते हैं बट आप उस स्टेप की टेक्निक को बदल देते हैं। मीन्स फर्स्ट स्टेप को लास्ट में करते हैं, लास्ट स्टेप को आप मिड में कर देते हैं और मिड स्टेप को फर्स्ट में कर देते हैं। इफ यू डू सो, योर फाइनल रिजल्ट वुड बी डिफरेंट इन द वेरियस फिनोमिना। एंड इफ आई वांट टू गिव यू जर्नल एग्जांपल जो आपकी लाइफ में होता है, यू कैन डू बाय योरसेल्फ दैट in your kitchen. I mean, do not do that, but you have seen that in your kitchen when your mom is going to cook the food, at the starting when he pour the oil into that whatever we जिस भी utensil को आप name बुलाते हैं, so जब भी आप उसमें oil डालते हैं तो initially when the oil is hot, we have the hot oil, means the temperature is very high, and in that hot oil if we pour the cold water, so we are mixing the oil and water. So in the hot oil if you pour the water, imagine के result क्या होने वाला है। उस गर्म तेल में अगर पानी डालते हैं तो what would be the result? But on the other side, if you are doing the same thing, you are mixing the water and the oil at the high temperature, but what you are doing now, you are initially rising the hot water. इस बार आपके पास पानी गर्म है पहले से, and in that hot water you are falling or you are adding the oil. तो पहले क्या कर रहे थे, hot oil में water add कर रहे थे, your result would be different. And here what you are doing, that you are adding the oil in the hot water. So the process तो वही किया हम लोगों ने, एक तरीके से देखा जाए तो दोनों को मिलाया है, but the result और consequences जो आने वाले हैं, those are the different. So that type of error is called as technique error. So this was just only to show the example that your final result can be affected if you choose the wrong technique of doing anything. So first is instrumental, second is technique error, third is personal error. So the third error is called as your personal error, means the error which has been arises or which has been occurring due to the carelessness of our side. Means this time you have the better instrument, आपके पास instrument 100% correct है, you are using the best technique and you are using the correct technique, but when you are going to observe the thing, जब आप thing को observe करने गए, you use by your mistake, आपने अपने तरीके से measurement लेते टाइम कुछ गलतियां कर दी, आपकी साइड से गलती हुई. For an example, since you have completed your 10th class and now you are proceeding to the 11th class, so if I want to discuss one of the experiment जो हमारे क्लास का हिस्सा रहे थे, if you know that we trace the path of the light ray through the glass slab and the glass prism. If you remember, हम लोगों ने एक काम किया था by using that thumb pins concept. So आप लोगों ने सब कुछ सही किया. Your device means your prism is accurate, your pins is accurate, your scale is accurate, your that protector is accurate so that you can measure the accurate angle. Means all the instrument are correct. Secondly, you are using the proper technique that which pin should be firstly placed. पहले कौन सा pin लगाना चाहिए, फिर कौन सा. Everything you have done. Now the point is that last में आपको क्या लेना था? You have to do the measurement. Last में आपको remember in the glass slab we have to show that the angle of incident is equal to angle of emergent. So वो आपको measure करना था. So emergent angle, if I recall, that is the angle between the normal ray and the what? Emergent ray. So you place the D, आपने D रखा, आपके पास device सही है, technique सही है, सब कुछ आपने सही किया. बट जब आपने डिवाइस रखा, सो योर दैट प्रोटेक्टर का जो जीरो है, तो द जीरो ऑफ प्रोटेक्टर इज नॉट मैचिंग विद द बेस ऑफ दैट लाइन. उस एंगल की बेस के साथ मैच ही नहीं कर रहा, आपका थोड़ा सा टिल्ट है. एंड नाउ यू आर एक्सपेक्टिंग दैट इमर्जेंट एंगल शुड बी 40 डिग्री बिकॉज द इंसिडेंट इज 40, बट माय मेजरमेंट इज कमिंग 42 डिग्री. सो इट्स स्टैंडर्डली इट शुड बी 40 डिग्री, बट योर वैल्यू इज कमिंग 42 डिग्री. सो इस बार गलती किसका है? Whether the instruments are wrong? No, instruments are correct. Whether the technique taught by the teacher is wrong? No, the technique taught by the teacher is accurate. कि आपको step by step work करना है. But apart from instrument is correct and technique is correct, but फिर भी error आ रहा है, that is because of the personal effect. means by us. Okay, or you can say call, or you can also call this as a most important individual error. So I prefer use the word individual error. And the last one is error due to external factor. So sometimes the observation value or the observed value is different due to the external factors. Means sometimes those external factors affects your observed value. And those external factors, if I want to give the example, like temperature, like pressure, like humidity and many more. If I want to give the example, in the 10th class we have studied about the Ohm's law. You all know that the potential difference is directly proportional to the current, means V is directly proportional to I, but the condition is the current should be constant. Sorry, the temperature should be constant. But what happens if the temperature is changing? Imagine that. What is going to be happen if the temperature is changing? अगर temperature ही change हो जाए तो क्या होगा? Definitely, in that case, the graph of V versus I is not being a straight line. So, what is the thing that is responsible for the different observation? Means true होना चाहिए, the graph should be straight line, but you are getting the different value. Why you are getting the error? Do the instruments are wrong? No. Ammeter, voltmeter, battery, rheostat, everything is correct. Do the technique or do the connecting technique means connecting the circuits or connecting the ammeter, voltmeter, how to take the reading, do they are wrong? No, they are also not wrong. Third is individual, क्या आपने measurement लेने में गलती किया? नहीं. This time you are also taking the correct and the accurate reading, but फिर भी गलत आ रहा है. And that responsible might be that temperature is not constant. अगर आपने इस चीज के फैक्टर को ध्यान नहीं दिया. There are some method or there are some process which depends upon the pressure. So अगर आप pressure को constant नहीं करते हैं तो वो भी अलग हो जाता है. If I give you that example, what is the boiling temperature of the water? You will say, sir, 100 degrees Celsius. Now if I say that what would be the boiling temperature, means to boil the water, that much amount of heat required in the Rewari. If the same water is being going to be boiled in the same utensil, but you are performing this experiment in Jammu Kashmir at high altitude. So by rising the altitude, means by rising the height, the pressure also changes. And at that point, the amount of heat required to boil the water, that would not be same as comparison to जो आप लोगों ने अपने district में किया. So might be pressure get been a responsible factor for the different observation. इस वजह से ये error आते हैं. And that final error is called as a error due to external factors. I hope all the errors has been clear. And there is last error that we are going to discuss, and that error is random error. Okay, so random as its name, in a random manner. So the error which occurs randomly is known as random error. Means about this error, when you observe the first value, let's suppose your standard value is 14 centimeter. Let's suppose it is your standard value. You observed first time, you got 13.9. You observed second time, you got 14.2. You feel that the might be value is rising. You observe next 14.3. You observe next 13.7. So in the first observation it is 13.9, then it is 14.2, 14.3, then again come 13.7 and so on. So there is no systematic manner. So individually there is error. There is a difference between observed value and the true value, but that error is not in a constant manner. So we can't place in that category. That error is not rising in a systematic manner. किसी systematic manner में नहीं है because of any fault. So that can't be helped. So that error is a random. Means इस error में कोई link नहीं है. You are getting the value, but you are getting those all values in a random manner, and that's why we classify this error as a category of random error. So here we have all the types of errors, mean the difference between the true value and observed. These first two errors can be resolved. Means Constant error, you found that I measured the value 14, true value is 14 means constant, and I measured first time 13.9, next time 13.9, next time 13.9. Every time I am getting the value of 13.9 means every time I am getting the error of 0.1. So I know कि मेरा error कितना है. तो मेरा अगर error इतना आ रहा है तो इसका मतलब मैं अपने उस value observed value में that much error को add करके I can get the true value if I know the error exactly. So ये तो आराम से हो सकता है. Systematic error, once you found the faultiness, एक बार आपको इस error में faultiness मिल जाए, whether that error because of the faulty instrument, I will change the instrument, I will collaborate the instrument, मैं उसको rectify कर लूँगा, मैं उसको थोड़ा और सही तरीके से करूँगा. Sometimes we draw the circle, तो drawing the circle is a process, and by this we are doing that, we comparing with the scale, then we are taking as a radius. But if your compass is not that much good, means your compass is loose, वो कभी अंदर हो रहा है कभी बाहर हो रहा है, so you know that my compass is not properly working. So what you will do? Either you will change the compass or I will you tighten the nut, bolt, whatever be they present on that side, so that the instrument can be accurate और आप observation अच्छे से कर सके. अगर टेक्निक गलत हो रहा है, you will correct your technique, आप सही तरीके से करें. आपकी खुद की गलती है तो you have to do by yourself, आपको उस चीज को सुधारना पड़ेगा. और if any external factor is responsible for that, तो आप उस factor को eliminate कर दीजिए. Like as the example, if the Ohm's law is getting not the straight graph because of the changing in the temperature, आप temperature को constant कर दीजिए. If any quantity is depending due to the pressure, just उस factor को ही हटा दीजिए. Means you can resolve this. But now the problem arises with the which error? Random error. If we are getting the error in the measurement, but that error is not being a specific way, ना वो constant है, ना वो constantly increase कर रहा है, ना decrease कर रहा है, मतलब कोई reason नहीं मिल रहा, that is acting in a randomly manner. So how to study and how to represent such type of error, this would be our next topic that we are going to do. So first of all, please note it down, the classification and the three definitions, please. Okay everyone, since we have discussed about the various classifications of the error and how sometimes some types of the errors can be resolved, आप उन्हें कैसे study कर सकते हैं, how you can resolve them, how you can rectify them, so we can do that. But the problem and the complicated part is about the random error. So here we are going to study about the study of random observation. So if we do the observation but we get the observation in a random manner, so how we can study? So first of all, look at the whole technique, because this whole process that we are going to do now, this is the way of doing the numerical itself. So let the random observations are, so let's suppose you perform any experiment and you got these random values like A1, A2, A3, A4, A5. So let's suppose I perform any experiment and I got the 5 observations. So from that any experiment I got the 5 observations A1, A2, A3, A4, A5. But these 5 observations are random. So there is a no interrelation among all these relations. So these are the random values. So how can I study? So if I am getting the 5 different observation value, first of all I have to specify about the standard, or you can say the true value. So the first thing that I am going to study about this random observation, that what would be the true value, or you can also call this mean value. So what is your true value? Or it is also called as mean value. So we are going to get the mean of all the observation, and you know the symbol of mean, A bar. So the mean value or the true value is A1 plus A2 plus A3 plus A4 plus A5 divided by 5. Means the sum of all the observations divided by the number of observations. So that whatever be the mean value जो भी मुझे यहाँ पे मिलेगा, that mean value or the average value gives me the true value. On an average कि इस चीज का true value इतना है. if whether you are doing about the length, अगर आप किसी चीज की लेंथ में मेजर कर रहे हैं, फर्स्ट टाइम यू मेजर 14, सेकंड टाइम यू मेजर 14.3, देन यू मेजर 13.8, आपने ऐसे ऐसे करके 5 रीडिंग्स ली. So what should be the standard value? So first of all we have to specify that 5 टाइम इस मार्कर के ऊपर लेट्स सपोज कुछ नहीं लिखा है. So I got a random marker जिसके ऊपर कोई लेंथ स्टैंडर्ड कंपनी ने ब्रांड बना के नहीं दिया है. So what we are going to do? We are going to observe this, but not only once. पहले ऑब्जर्व किया, I got 14, but जरूरी नहीं ना 14 हो. Then I observed second time, I got 14.3. Then I observed third time, fourth time, fifth time. So similarly, I got a 5 observation. In the numerical 6 भी हो सकते हैं, 7 भी हो सकते हैं. So वो तो changes आप अपने according कर सकते हैं. So first of all, the thing that I calculated was true value. So now once I have a true value, so अगर ये हमारा true value है and these are our measured value, so there is a difference among them, and the difference between the true value and the measured value is called as errors. And what we are going to do, we are going to find out absolute errors. Absolute word means individual errors. So let us find out the error of first quantity. Error, for the error, since it is a difference means the change, so for that I am using, or we are using, delta sign. So delta A1. So how we are going to find out the error in the first? So what is the formula for error? Mod of true value minus observed value. So this is our first absolute error, means the error in the first observation. Similarly, second, mean value minus second observation, mod. Third, mean value minus third observation. Fourth, mean value minus fourth observation. And fifth is mean value minus fifth observation. So since I have the 5 different observation, so every 5 different observation would be different from the true value. Might be there would be a chance that some of the value would be exactly equal to that. In that case your error would be 0 because since both are same. So by this manner we calculated what? We calculated the individual errors. So now how many errors we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I have the 5 errors. So what is the average error? Means averagely कितना गलती mistake आ रहा है हमारे observation में. Now we are going to find out the third thing at that, and that third thing is called as your mean absolute error. Mean absolute error. So we are again going to find out the mean value, but mean value of not the observation, we are going to find out the mean of absolute error. So the symbol would be delta A bar. Bar represents the mean, but delta represents that we are dealing with the errors. So delta A bar would be delta A1 plus delta A2 plus delta A3 plus delta A4 plus delta A5 whole divided by 5. Means the sum of all the errors divided by the number of errors. So this is our mean absolute error. Now the further thing that we can study is relative error. So what is the relative error? It is defined as the delta A bar by A bar. So what is the relative error? It is the ratio of mean absolute error to the true value. Means true value के comparison में error कितना आ रहा है, that ratio is called as relative error. Okay. And finally we are going to find out one more thing, and that thing is percentage error. So percentage error, error divided by true value into 100%. So how we can calculate the percentage error? Means how much percentage among the true value में से कितना percentage हम लोग error में waste कर रहे हैं. That how to calculate? That your error divided by true value into 100. It is similarly like calculating the percentage marks obtained. So marks obtained divided by total marks into 100. So error, but which error? Mean error. So here the errors are of individual, so that's why we will calculate the mean error by the mean value into 100%. So what we have done, if we have the different observation, random observation. So here I have the 5 observations, so that's why it is going with the 5. But if the teacher or examiner provide you 6 observation, then you will choose the 6, 7. So that depend upon how many observation that you are getting in the numericals. So hopefully true value, absolute error, or you can say individual errors, mean absolute error, relative error, and then percentage error. And finally we are going to do what? Represent this observation. So how to represent any random observation? So any random observation is represented by true value plus minus percentage error. If you want to represent in the percentage, that means how to represent into a simple form. एक ही लाइन में अगर पूरी observation को अब represent करना हो, so it will show you that for this experiment that we have done any experiment, and for that experiment we observe the 5 different observation. But for those 5 different observation, how to represent them? That sir, this is the true value of that experiment. This is the standard value of that experiment, and this is the percentage error, that how much we are getting in that experiment, plus minus that represents you a tolerance. Plus minus word represents you tolerance. Tolerance word means कि कितना ऊपर नीचे हो सकता है. It can be error ज़्यादा भी हो सकता है और error कम भी हो सकता है, because here we have taken the mod. तो हमें पहले गलती पता लगाना था कितना परसेंटेज हम गलती कर रहे हैं, बट वो प्लस में भी जा सकती है और माइनस में. So that's why we are using the symbol, and this is the method or the complete technique of dealing any random observation. So if the teacher provide us, or if we do, आप in future जब भी आप कोई भी experiment करते हैं, so you have to take minimum 5 to 6 reading. So अगर आपके पास 5 से 6 reading आई, तो how you can calculate or how you can study those reading? So first of all you have to calculate its true value, means सर इसका standard value इतना है, but कितना error आ रहा है? So this is the absolute error. How much the average error that we are getting? How much the relative error we have? How much the percentage error we have? And how much, in what way we can finally represent it? So with this lecture or with this point, this is the last thing that I want to discuss in this topic. And in future we will continue this error concept. So error is not been finished. The next lecture is going to be very much important, because the next lecture topics always plays their importance in the various competition. Various competition word means I am definitely and always saying in all the competitions. It was in the NEET. So last year there was a one question from the next topic that we are going to do. In the JEE main, it was a little bit related. And the one exam that I discussed, one numerical that I discussed from my examination, you remember that HTET? In that HTET, I got a 2 numerical from the unit and measurement. 2 numerical, I can show you. In the next lecture, I will show you that paper, that I got a 2 numericals from that. That number 1, that you have solved it and most of you given the answer. That was a great one. And the next question, the second question that I got from the unit and measurement is our next topic. So please, with that note, first of all you have to understand that error. So first of all, write down the technique, and now just after it you are going to get your numericals so that you can solve the random observations in a proper manner. So please note it down, and thank you very much. Please.